Hello everybody, it's your girl Asia from the Rant channel. Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been a little MIA. I really apologize for that. Like I kind of said when I made my Degrassi video after a really long time, I left, something underneath the description box saying that, it was kind of hot, damn near 80, fucking 90 degrees, and I just don't want to sit and talk in that kind of heat. But it's been cool for the last 2 days, more cooler temperature, so I'm back. As long as the weather is nice and cool, y'all will get me on a regular basis to making videos. And I figure, for me being MIA, I'm going to be dropping 3 videos today. Let's go ahead and start on this one. So, when I go back and watch Degrassi, specifically seasons 13 and 14, I should say, there's one thing in particular that really pisses me off that I mentioned it in a couple of videos. I mentioned it in a Tristan video on why I don't like him. I mentioned it in a whole lot of videos. But I never made my own personal video on why I feel like Tristan was fake as fuck. He was just fake, like the fakest friend I've ever seen. He's just so fake. And why I feel like the show tried to paint this narrative as if Tristan, Maya, and Zoe were like this fucking friend group, which that is not true at all. You feel me? Let me tell y'all why Tristan is fake. In the very first episode of season 13, when him and Maya walked to the school, he basically kind of said when him and Tori was friends, he really wasn't fucking with Maya. That they kind of looked at her as someone that they brought into their friend group. He didn't say that, but that's how I felt, because when you watch the 11 of Degrassi, when the second half, when the freshmen start their school year, Tristan and Tori were already best friends for who knows how the fuck long they've been friends for. They've already been friends. When Tori went back out with Zig, once, Maya kind of lied and said that she didn't like Zig, that's when Maya was able to be in their friend group. You feel me? And I always said that, a lot of people always said that it never made sense when in season 12 when Zig kissed Maya and Dog Parts, part 1 and part 2. Me personally, it makes a whole lot of sense because in season 11 they kind of was dropping hints that, Maya likes Zig, and because Maya is so fucking passive and just really, really quiet, or she just had a tendency of trying to please people, I guess, she told Tori no, when honestly she could have just been honest and told Tori that, yes, I do like Zig. But she didn't do that. And, kind of from that moment, her and Zig, they wasn't really dropping hints anymore. But in season 12, they definitely was dropping hints that what they were doing for them as far as the love story, that wasn't quite over. And they started to pick back up on that when Maya and Kim was on the breaks. And, they dropped hints that, this inevitable, energy between Maya and Zig, we're going to get them as a relationship whether we like it or not, but it's not going to be something that happens rather quickly. It's going to be something that happens on Degrassi's time. So I just wanted to mention that. I know it's not important to this video, but I wanted to mention that because there's a lot of people out there who felt like when they kissed in season 12, it kind of came out of nowhere. Me personally, I don't think it came out of nowhere. You have to actually go back and watch season 11 and then watch season 12 and see that, oh no, the storyline was never done. You feel me? As far as Tristan is concerned, like I said, in the very first episode of season 13, he gonna basically tell Maya, now that Tori moved away, you're my new best friend. It's like, oh, so Tristan already said he a homie hopper. He pretty much just said that I'm a fake ass bitch. I latch on to any girl who basically giving off that energy. As soon as Zoe walks in the fucking classroom, he immediately just like sidelined Maya. When Zoe's talking about, oh, I can get us some tickets to the club, Tristan was like, oh, really? Maya was like, that would be perfect. And Zoe gonna say, yeah, I guess you can come as well. And Tristan was like, oh, what about your curfew? Basically trying to sideline her out. Like, it's like, damn, my curfew? Who gives a fuck about my curfew? I'm trying to spend time with you, but it looks like you're going to spend time with this bitch that you barely even know. And then when they finally do get to the club, the motherfucking door handler who was a part of the club let Zoe and Tristan in. Maya was still standing outside in the cold, And she asked this nigga Tristan, are you really gonna let me stand on here by myself? And he said he can't let Zoe go in alone. He like has no fucking loyalty, because why is your loyalty all automatically given to a girl that you just met today? You just met this bitch today, and all of a sudden you gonna let this bitch, Maya, someone you didn't already know for your entire freshman year, you gonna let her stand outside the club? Anything could have happened to Maya. Anything could have happened to her. Anything. And Tristan didn't give a fuck as long as he could get something out of Zoe. And then when Miles was able to get Maya into the club and get them backstage passes, they just back there chit-chatting and talking, and this nigga Tristan said something. I think Zoe was like, oh, what's this school like, or what's Maya's story? Tristan gonna say last year she had 2 guys fighting over her, and she said that she hasn't spoken to that the other boy went completely MIA, and that the other one and then she like stopped him from talking, and he said Cam or something. He said his name. I think he was like, and then her other boyfriend Cam, and Miles was like, who's Cam? He was about to say that, oh, her ex-boyfriend committed suicide, and Maya had to stop him from talking. It's like, why the fuck do you feel so comfortable telling my story, telling what happened to me last year to 2 fucking strangers that we just met? I don't know her, I don't know him. Why the fuck is you telling my business? So I guess because she stopped him from talking, Zoe stepped on her motherfucking shoe, what caused Maya to spit over a drink, which fucked up the entire club or whatever concert, which means they all had to go home. Miles' dad was able to like make sure they didn't get in any trouble. And then what happened? Tristan was like, oh, how much time is it before you go home because you passed your curfew? Maya was like, she got something like 2 minutes and she can make it home on time. And she was like, what do you care? She said, you already ditched me tonight over somebody else. And he said that he didn't ditch her. Bitch, yes the fuck you did. When we was in the classroom, when this bitch first walked in, you automatically sidelined me. Then you had me out in the club by myself all night up until Miles let her in. We get backstage and you just telling them all my motherfucking business? Bitch, fuck you. And I feel like Maya gave Tristan too many chances. I feel like Tristan was really nobody's friend. And I felt like when it came to their friendship, Maya was always apologizing. It was never what Tristan did. It was always, what did Maya do? You feel me? And I hated that because it's like, what did Maya do? Whatever Maya did for Tristan, this is what I can say. The only time Maya was wrong for what she did to Tristan was when she pretty much told Miles that Tristan had a crush on him. The reason why she was wrong for that, and I'm going to just say this, she was wrong for that because she was trying to cover her ass so Miles wouldn't see that she had a crush on him too. That's basically what she was doing. And I feel like in that moment she was wrong for just like putting it out there because Tristan didn't want Miles to know anymore since he saw that him and Zoe was making out. He kind of already saw that, oh, he done moved on. He didn't latch on to the next thing. There's no point for him to know that I had feelings for him. You feel me? And I feel like in that moment, Maya really did tell Miles that Tristan had feelings for him to cover up her ass so he wouldn't know that she had feelings for him. That's the only time I can feel like she was wrong. And of course she had to apologize for that, which is like very valid. But what about all the times Tristan did something that where he betrayed her or wasn't loyal? Why was she apologizing? Like, that to me doesn't make any sense because Tristan was being fake. Like, why do you feel so comfortable telling these 2 people that we just met all of my business? You look stupid. Like, what? He's talking about, oh, the only reason why I was hanging out with Zoe tonight is because I was afraid that you might ditch me for that guy. And it's like, him? I barely know him. I just met him. How can I possibly ditch you if I don't even know him? And then the second episode of part 2 of Summertime, they didn't really show Tristan, but I just feel like in that very first episode, they already kind of showed you what type of character he is, what type of person he is. He a fake-ass person. He is The definition of fake, you look up the definition of fake and his picture is going to be in that motherfucking dictionary because he is the fakest nigga I've ever seen. Like, he just fake as fuck. Like, he really latches on to people where he know he gets something out of them. I don't know what it might be particularly, but it's something. Like, because he's fake, he's even fake for even going after Miles. Why? Because he knew Maya liked him. Everybody could see that they liked him. If Zoe was able to sense that there was some underlying friction between Miles and Maya, which is why she kind of came after her. She's going to tell Maya that everybody loves her and she doesn't even have to try. It's not my problem, that's yours. If you feel like you have to be something that you're not for people to like you, that's a you problem, bitch, not my problem. That's no reason for you to come after me, be a bitch to me this entire sophomore year because people gravitate towards me the way they don't gravitate towards you. That is the dumbest reason I've ever heard for any bitch to really come after another person. Bitch, you're dumb. I really didn't like Zoe season 13. I gave her grace after her sexual assault. But before that, I didn't like her because she was just destroying people's lives. She was jealous as fuck of Maya, plastered her all over the school being a slut on the internet, and guess what? Tristan was still this bitch's friend. Still this bitch friend. Went behind Maya's back and still was friends with Zoe, even after what she did to Maya. Are you kidding me? And it had the nerve to tell Zoe and Maya that he loves them both and he just wished they could just be a friend without any friction. First of all, if you feel like you can be friends with my op, this bitch who plastered me all over the internet, made my life a living hell. The reason why I'm in the motherfucking, whatever fuck room they call it for, I don't know, where you do activities or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck it is. Rubber room, some shit like that. The reason why she was in the rubber room all year. You want to be friends with this bitch? What am I being friends with her for? She thought it was cool to talk about me. She just like, no, like, honestly, Maya should have dropped him in that very moment in season 13. Fuck you. If you want to be friends with Zoe, be friends with her. But don't ever say anything to me because you are a fake ass bitch. Because nothing ever in this world should ever make you feel like you should be okay with somebody who hurt your best friend. Get the fuck out of here, Tristan. You are a fake ass bitch. You're fake. And then, like I was just saying, I feel like Tristan was even more fake because it's like, besides being friends with Zoe, he still went after Miles when he kind of knew that when he knew Maya liked him. Everybody could see that Maya liked Miles. You feel me? If Zoe saw it and Winston saw it, why was Tristan still trying to go after Miles? What was he trying to prove? That he could have the rich hot guy? Like, I just don't understand. What was Tristan's motive at all to go after Miles? What the fuck was his motive? Like, what was it? You feel me? And then, like I said, he got mad at Maya because she kind of outed him from having feelings for him. And like I said, she was kind of wrong for that because she was just trying to cover up her ass. And then there was this whole ass dramatic ass episode where Tristan went completely MIA and Maya and Miles had to find him, and he's sitting outside in the rain with an umbrella, and they had this emotional conversation, which I just feel like it was fake because for Tristan to feel like, oh, I don't want to lose you to any guy, you're the only friend I really got here, and talk about I just don't want to see us slip away, blah, 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 when he was an awful friend to Maya. Tristan was an awful friend to Maya. There's just no question about it. Awful friend. When Tess by Ray said, was Tristan even friends with anybody? That's a good question. Was he friends with anybody? Because he was just fake as fuck to me. Like, I feel like whenever he was friends with somebody, it was like some other motive, some fucking agenda for who knows why. That's just how I felt. And then I just felt like, for you to say, oh, you don't want to lose your best friend, you feel like you don't want her to slip away, and all this other bullshit, like, shut the fuck up. You are fake. And then I would say this. The biggest reason why Tristan is the fakest person on the cast, because of this specific reason. Season 14. Season 14. And I just got done rewatching this season, and I'm making a part 2 rant, because if I thought this season was bad when I first watched it, it's even worse a second time around. I feel like Tristan is the fakest person on the cast because of this specific reason. First of all, I feel like in him and Maya's conversation when he said that he don't like that she always knows what's best for him, and that he was finally able to go out with Miles, and then she pop up and Miles falls in love for her, and the reality is she doesn't even want him. He told her she gets to have this perfect life and all these guys in love with her, and what does he get? Nothing. First of all, there he go again, making himself like the victim and dumping all of his problems onto Maya. I hate it. Did Degrassi really think this was like a normal friendship? Like, I feel like they was trying to normalize a toxic friendship. The friend who constantly has to apologize for everything, even though she did nothing wrong. And you got the one friend who constantly makes herself look like the victim. I feel like Maya was too passive. Like, why? Like, I don't get why they had her sitting there and not say anything that Tristan ever did wrong to her. Like, they made it seem like it was just a one-way street, like she was always the one causing the damage. Well, honestly, anything she ever did was she was really looking out for Tristan. Like, she really was just trying to help him, and half the time he didn't want her help. Let's just say that. Like, the whole shit with the teacher thing. He should have been apologizing to her for reacting the way he did, because at the end of the day, what the teacher was doing to him was fucking wrong. For him to still sit there and say, yeah, what he did was wrong, but you still shouldn't have laughed. No. What the fuck are you saying? That's not an apology. That's still making yourself look like the victim. As the day, what the teacher was doing to you, Tristan, was wrong. He was grooming you. He was grooming you, and he had sex with you. It was grooming. It's disgusting. Like Maya said, you've been completely MIA, and the first thing I find out is that you're sleeping with our English teacher. Of course I'm worried, because it's like, when the fuck did this happen, and how did I not notice it? Maya did nothing wrong when she told Mr. Simpson that Mr. Oleander and him were, you know, they was having an inappropriate relationship, because I just felt like in the real world, they wouldn't have gotten away with that for so long. I don't think Maya was wrong, and I feel like Tristan really owed her a fucking apology, in my opinion. He owed her an apology. And then, to say she got this perfect life, Maya's life is nowhere near perfect. Yes, she has guys who are in love with her. Yes, like Miles, like Zig, like Cam. Yes, she didn't have guys who are in love with her. But what that got to do with your life? Just because you can't find love and you want it so desperately doesn't mean just because you had it once that you'll never have it again. That's what I'm talking about, like the stupid shit. Like, don't even make sense. Miles was never really fucking with Tristan to begin with. He used him as a rebound, because if it was easy for him to catch feelings for Maya again when she was really just there for him as a friend, that just shows he was never truly over her. Tristan, that's your dumb ass fault, because you allowed him to kiss you after he really just broke up with Maya. And then you think he was ready to hop into another committed relationship after he just got out of one? Like, he's so desperate for love that he can't even see that Miles low-key, like, played him. Like, trapped him for the desperate bitch that he is. Like, Tristan was desperate as fuck for love, desperate as fuck for a relationship that if it didn't happen the way he wanted it to happen, he really didn't have a problem blaming Maya for why it didn't happen. Like, I didn't like when he said, oh, you don't even want him. Of course, yeah, she doesn't want Miles. Like, but that's not the point. When she was there for Miles, it had nothing to do because she had feelings for him, even though I feel like when I was watching it that they were trying to build him back up again. It was just the fact that Maya knew what Miles was going through, so I think that's why she was giving him grace, because Tristan knew that Miles and his dad had a complicated relationship, but he didn't know that there was, like, abuse going on, physically and emotionally. Like, Miles probably didn't tell him about any of that like he told Maya, or her mind was just able to just suspect it. Like, you feel me? And so I just feel like, that Tristan is just annoying. And like I said, to wrap this video up, the fakest, I feel like the thing that Tristan is really the fakest for is how he gave Maya so much shit about not even being with Miles when him and Miles broke up. Not any of that. Yet he gave her so much shit for basically blaming her for why him and Miles' relationship didn't work. Nigga, you and Miles' relationship was drifting way before Maya even came in the picture. That's what I'm talking about. Make yourself look like the victim. you and Miles' relationship was drifting way before Maya came in the picture. He was MIA. He was isolating himself a lot. He was smoking weed. He was skipping school. Like, when did you and him really actually take the time and actually become a couple? Like, what? I can't believe he actually sat there and blamed Maya for why Miles became MIA after the intervention. He was MIA before y'all did the intervention, and he was more MIA even after the intervention because, like Miles said, he felt betrayed. Like, Tristan, if you wanted to confront me about my weed problem, that's when you could have did one-on-one. But you dragged my sister, my brother, you dragged Winston, you dragged all them into it when, at the end of the day, they all know why he's smoking weed. Except for Tristan. Tristan just see it as, like, oh, you're smoking it and you're not being yourself. As far as Frankie and Hunter is concerned and Winston, they know the type of shit he endures with his dad. So for them to even ask him, oh, such and such, the weed, like, that's why I'm making another video about Miles and Watts. Like, his pain was kind of, like, invalidated. Like, everybody was so quick to victim blame him for all the shit that he endured. Nobody actually looked harder onto why he was the way he was. And I think I'm going to make that the last video because I know it's going to be really long. So, yeah. So, I feel like Tristan is fake because he gave Maya shit for not even being back together with Miles. But when his best friend, his bitch, Zoe, was catching feelings for Miles and actually eventually dating him, he never once got on her ass. He never once screamed her fucking head off. He never did anything. That shows how fake Tristan is. To me, when he never screamed Zoe's head off or ever got mad at her for dating Miles, it just shows he never really fucked with Maya. With Maya, I feel like the same thing like Zoe, he was jealous of her. I don't think I ever said Tristan was jealous of Maya in all the videos I made with people being jealous of Maya. I felt like Tristan was jealous of Maya. Why? Because for some reason, just like Zoe, they made it seem like it was some type of competition on who could get the hottest guy first. Like I said, it's even crazy that Miles even went through all three of them bitches the way he did. And he did. But Tristan only screamed Maya's head off, even though she didn't even go back out with Miles. He caught feelings for her. But Zoe, someone who was catching feelings for Miles, who, when she knows what he put Tristan through, you don't scream her head off. You don't say she's this, she's that. Like, Tristan, you are the fakest nigga alive. He's the fakest nigga on this cast. He is the fakest friend to ever step foot in Degrassi. I don't care. He was nobody's friend, and he played favorites. Like, he played victim. He was jealous of Maya, just like Zoe was jealous of Maya. Like, stop it. He was jealous of Maya because if he really loved Maya as a friend, if he really did, if he really fucked with Maya as a friend, half the shit that he did and blamed her for, he wouldn't have. But obviously it showed that he didn't fuck with her like that, because if you could scream her head off about Miles catching feelings for her, even though her and Miles were not together, but Zoe, someone who knows what this nigga just put you through, what the type of pain you just endured from him, she's willingly able to catch feelings and go out for him right in front of you, be PDA right in front of you, hold hands and kiss, and you don't catch no type of attitude. Oh yeah, that let me know what type of person Tristan was. Tristan is fake as fuck. I don't want to hear it. I don't like him. He's fake. He plays victim. He's jealous of Maya. Like, he just pathetic. I don't give a fuck. He's pathetic. Tristan was insecure. He was desperate. He an insecure, desperate piece of shit. Period. He had no self-worth, because if he did, he would have never ever got back together with Miles. Miles did nothing but play him, string him along, and he let that shit happen because he always took Miles back, even though Miles would do the unexplainable. So, yeah, I said what the fuck I need to say, and I'm going to catch you on my next video.